Tune in to Good Vibes with Miss Eclectic right here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. I'm excited this evening. R&B icon, the legend, the man. This is how we do.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't hit it. Okay, y'all, we got Montell Jordan in the building. How
What's
you doing this evening?
How you doing, my sis?
I'm good. I'm loving the hats. The whole thing, man. Killing it with the hats. Listen, we were just talking offline. Almost 30 years in the game.
Crazy, right?
How does it feel? That's a blessing.
It feels good to be alive. It feels good to have music that keeps me relevant in different genres of music and different age generations. And so having a song that allows and having music that allows different groups of people from different years to be able to come together, that's a blessing.
Literally. You gotta tell me the story. Did you think when you first did This Is How We Do It, did you think it was going to be the hit that it was?
Yes. Now when I say yes, let me give that some context. I knew it was going to be a big record because it was already a big record. Meaning Slick Rick, who's my mentor, my hip hop icon mentor. Slick Rick had a song called Children's Story, and so I studied that song, and I knew that song was a hit. So what we did by taking the song and sampling and moving it from hip hop to R&B at that time in the 90s, we took a hit and we turned it into a classic. And so now when I look back and say, did you know it was going to be that big? I did not know it was going to be this big, that 30 years later, it would be one of the top 100 party songs of the last century. That I didn't know, but I did know that it was a big record because I always said, if I ever get in the music business, I'm going to sing over that song.
Listen, and you did listen. I DJ, so when I mix them together. And the Children's Story, and then hit it right when you come in once, man. It's a jam. And it transcends genres too. Like everybody listens to This Is How We Do It. Probably in every country,
That's
know
cool, right? It's been in movies. It's been on television commercials. People have tried to remake it. Like. I love that we got something that just kind of resonates with people. So
I love that. A lot of people don't know that you're an awesome songwriter as well.
Thank you.
I was talking to Cisco yesterday. He was like, people don't know Montell wrote Incomplete. I said,
that's dope. Yeah. Well, what's cool is that song Incomplete. Me and my friend, my brother Shep Crawford, we originally wrote that song thinking Michael Jackson, and literally. When you say, I got a bank account bigger than the law should allow, that was like, that's Michael Jackson
all
status.
Day, every day.
But it was Cisco status too. And so he took it, he sang it, he breathed life into that song. I'm proud of my brother. He killed it. And then we also done some stuff for Deborah Cox, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here.
The hit of hits.
Well, hey, it's good to have a team of people, I think, that love God and that are inspired to be able to create music that can be something more than for now, but can be for, timeless.
Is that how you approach a song when you're writing it? That it's a timeless song?
Think forever.
Yes.
We approach every song now. And there was a time when I didn't do that. There was a time when I was writing songs. I was like, ooh, I gotta put pager in the song because everybody got a pager. People know what a pager is now. But people do that. They'll say, oh, no cap. And I'll make a song called No Cap. Okay, No Cap now, but like a year from now, are people still saying that? You know what I mean?
That's
and so
true.
You gotta think differently. You gotta think about, the timeless songwriters of our generation and the generations before us, and they thought forever when they wrote songs.
And you're definitely going down in history. How does it feel to be on stage this weekend, Mabel House Barnes, with none other than Drew Hill? Like, listen, a classic. That's a classic evening of R&B. Like, that's my years right there. 90s all day, every day.
Georgia. Oh,
hey!
We gonna be at the Mabel House Barnes Amphitheater. And I think the main thing I'm excited about is I know, and I've been on tour with Drew Hill. I've been able to go out and see them and watch them and enjoy them. And people are going to walk away from this weekend and they're going to say, man, it sounds just like the record. And to me, that's the biggest compliment you can give an artist, especially after 25 or 30 years of music, that they can come, hear you perform live and be like, man, it sounds just like I remembered it.
I love that, sounding just like the record. It just takes me back. How do you feel about, and this is just random, how do you feel about performance tracks? I was watching BET Awards. I mean, I love it. It's the biggest night in culture. But sometimes I'm watching a karaoke show, and I'm like, are we ever going to get back to performance tracks and you actually rapping or you actually singing the song so I can feel like I'm experiencing the record in live motion?
You know what? I think it's difficult, and it's That's a tough question only because that's normally a financial question. Like everybody can't travel with a live band. And so like even with me, I'll travel with a DJ because a lot of my tracks were sampled back in the 90s. So I could have a live band, but my live band, they're still going to run tracks because I sampled Slick Rick. And so if it doesn't sound like the song I sampled, then it becomes, okay, it doesn't sound the same. And so I love, but I will say I love when people sing live. And with Drew Hill, they are singing live. Their background vocals, their lead vocals, I am singing live, my lead vocals. And so even if some of the musical stuff is maybe tracked or DJ'd or is coming from a system that's differently than live musicianship, which I love, I also understand that it's an economics thing too.
That's a good point. That's a good aspect to look at it that way because sometimes we don't look at it that way. So hey, we're gonna give them that financial standpoint. And I gotta ask you too, how has it been? Would you still performing your music because you're in ministry now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love our gospel background all day. Baptist, old school.
Come on now,
every day. How has it been performing and preaching and ministering and all? Because some people feel like you can't do both.
Yeah. For me, it's been liberating. It's been everybody can't come to a church and everybody's not going to come to your church. And so I take the gospel of Jesus Christ with me wherever I go. Wherever I go becomes holy ground. And so when I step on a stage, my objective every time is to recognize that stages are for performances, platforms are for influence. And so every stage that I'm on, I always make sure that I transform the stage into a platform so that the music is given nostalgia, the music is given joy and remembrance, but if I am there and I am in a place, I'm there for a reason because somebody's apart from God. And I make sure that they know that I'm not there just to entertain, but I want to make sure that I get a chance to see them at the after party, meaning after this life is over, I want them to be able to have a relationship with God so we'll see each other again one day.
I love that. And I love that. I love you and your wife's story and how transparent y'all are and how the impact that y'all have on different couples too with your full story.
Yeah. Well, when you have been through the stuff we've been through and we're pushing up now on, we just celebrated 30 years of marriage to each other on June the 18th. And we've been through a lot and we believe that we know we're going to be with each other together happily forever. We believe that other couples can know that as well, but they just don't see it modeled before them. And so our goal is to help save 1 million marriages. So not just music, but also our marriage ministry and the stuff we do are to help public marriages heal in private. And listen, that's like the coroner's office. There's always going to be work in that area.
I'm sure. Yeah. In the entertainment industry, but it's good that y'all are so transparent because it's so much. And to see y'all still together after all these years, because it's how it is in Hollywood, entertainment, any aspect of entertainment is like that.
People don't know it if they can't see it. They don't know you can be married for 30 years and happy with kids and grandkids and loving life and still intimate with each other and travel. They don't know it because they don't see it. And so our job is to model before people, what a good, healthy, godly marriage looks like.
And it looks like, and y'all are beautiful. You and your wife, Kristen, I just love y'all. Like
she fine. Thank you.
Come on.
I'm so glad my wife fine. It'd be a whole different kind of marriage if my wife was ugly. My wife, I'm messing with y'all. I sorry. I choked myself up in here. No, I got a beautiful wife and wonderful kids, and so I'm fortunate. I'm married up.
Yes, you are. You married up. Beautiful life, beautiful wife. I love it, man. Tell everybody this weekend, Mabel House Barnes, what are they going to expect you, Drew Hill, on the stage? You're going to transform the stage. It's going to
be something. It's going to be something else. Listen, my guys, they bring that fire, the energy, the dancing, the musicianship of their vocal ability. And I believe that, because Drew Hill has transformed over the years. They've had different members or whatever. And really I think most of the group members have all come back, I believe, like reunion style to be able to be there. So at least that's what they've done when I've been out on the road with them. So I'm coming up. I'm going to open it up. So get there early and we're going to drop it. I got my DJ Tony Tone. He's going to be in the building. And we're going to drop fire. And I'm singing hits and we're going to have a fantastic time. And it's going to be an amazing night of R&B in Georgia.
Yes. I mean, it's like the true state of R&B. When I was talking to Cisco, I was like, there are no more groups. Like, where are the female
Where
or
they
male?
go? Yeah. But so like Drew Hill, I don't know, SWV has been doing some stuff. And so,
yes.
so yeah, I think people are trying to come back together people miss, I think, the 90s.
I do.
So, yeah, I do too.
I do. I miss that. And just the suspense in the song. Now you even when you had what's going on tonight, like you was telling me what we were gonna do, but it was more of a suspense, like, okay, now you just telling me what we're gonna do,
watch
how
some
it's gonna be in the
TV,
bed.
we'll play some CDs, and then we gotta
be
go
on
work.
you gonna be on me. Listen.
Let me work for it. Can I work for it a little bit?
I'm just guilty. You gotta work for it.
No, you gotta work for it.
So they didn't leave that essence of the song. So that's why I'm in love with the 90s, early 2000s. I am. So the show is called Good Vibes. How do you create a good vibe when you get on the stage or before you get on the stage?
A good vibe, I think, isn't something you create. I think it's something that you have and something that you are. And so because of that, because I live a life that's a good vibe, I'm just bringing me to the stage for people to be able to see how I live, how I enjoy, how I laugh, how I perform all of the elements of me. I feel like I'm a good vibe. And so from that standpoint, I don't have to create something that I am. That's me. Same thing with Drew Hill. They are a good vibe. So it's not like you have to try and create something. We just have to invite people into our space of who we are and meet them right where they're at. And it's gonna be a good vibe.
I love you. Are a good vibe. I'm gonna tell you how my day started great. I said, hello. He was like, this is Montell. I said, yo, Montell has called my phone. It's over. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm on a new level.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all, we have Montell Jordan. You got any new music coming out soon?
Got a Christmas song, which is going to be crazy. I'm trying to do new classic Christmas songs. And I got a song called Santa Will Be Late. And that's dropping probably the day after Thanksgiving. So you'll hear probably Mariah's I Don't Want. And then right after that, you should hear Santa Will Be Late. And the premise is Santa has a Mrs. Claus, and he's got to handle some business.
Oh, come on, take us back. See, there we go. Take us back to that real R&B.
Yeah, but Santa gonna work for it too.
He gonna work for it. And then he gonna go to work and give me my presents.
That's right.
I love it. Tell everybody how to follow you on all social media platforms.
Yeah. On IG, it's Montell Jordan or Montell and Kristen, and that's Montell MontellAndKristin. YouTube is Montell and Kristen. Facebook, Montell and Kristen. All things Montell and Kristen.
Y'all know Montell and Christian. I said Kristen. Montell
you just
and
called
Kristen.
her like her grandmama did. Christian? You went Baptist on her. A Christian?
I told y'all I'm old school Christian. They are Christians, so listen, it works. So I love it. Thank you, Montell, for stopping by. Good Vibes this weekend. This Saturday, Mabel House Barnes. It's going to be a good vibe. It's going to be real R&B in the building. Y'all keep it locked right here. It's News and Talk 1380 WAOK.